Hey Funkoholics, how you doing? My name's Terry Wellbanks. I am coming at you live from my dungeon of Funkos as always. In addition to me, you will see three faces in the background. They may be familiar, they may not. To my right, this is anybody that's in Funkoholics knows him. He's the guy that never stops giving. He's like, what's the thing that never stops giving?
Christmas?
The gift that keeps on giving. No, that's just a phrase.
That's from Hallmark.
Nobody does it and just doesn't stop giving. Anyways, that's Sean Mason. Behind me, a lot of you guys, if you're in the Funkoholics Worldwide group, you will know 100% who that is. That is Jimothy K, or Jim K from K's Customs, with 2 Z's. And to my very left, another great member of the group, Greg Manson, is here, and he is handsome and looking at the camera. Hey, buddy. You doing good?
Doing good, bud.
Good, perfect. Okay. So today I wanted to do a review. I want to show a couple of things. We met up this evening. Sean flew in, and when he got here, Jim and his amazing wife Kirsten picked him up, and they brought him down. They got into my dungeon, as you can say, and it was immediately like Christmas. We were all just kind of throwing Funkos at each other. It was pretty cool. And then Greg wanted to come down, so Greg came down, and tomorrow we're going to go on a hunt. I will try to record it. It's going to be ridiculous, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll try. So basically, I'm going to review a few things that I got that I want to show you guys. I don't know if these guys have anything. I don't believe they do. We're just here for a chit-chat. They do have pops, I swear, but I don't think that they have anything they want to showcase or show off. But I'm going to show you stuff that I got that I want to show, and also a couple of pops that came out a couple of days ago here in Canada. I want to show you those too, and then we're just going to talk. And I see comments. What was for breakfast, Connor? What was for breakfast, Connor? Zach? Zach, what are you talking about? I can't see. I don't have glasses, guys.
You're supposed to be reading.
Yeah.
I can't see that.
Oh, you can't see it either?
No. That is way too tiny for anybody to read.
If you want to sit on the big seat, I can sit there.
Okay, so if you're going ahead and you're at this point making comments and we don't respond, it's because we're blind, and it's also on an iPhone and it's very small, so don't be mad at us.
I'm not blind. I have 20/20. I just can't see tiny writing.
Okay, he can't see tiny writing. I can't see period. Jim is.
I can't see nothing.
He can't see nothing, and and Greg, no. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna get right into it. One pop that I really wanted was the ECCC Super Deluxe, the Creeper. I finally got him. Jim brought him down for me, and he hooked me up. I love this pop. I've loved it since the second that I saw it. I think it's probably the best Scooby-Doo pop of all. Is there another one?
Yeah.
I don't think there's another one that's
until they make a minor 49er, yeah.
Yeah, so he's probably the best one of them all so far. Really awesome pop. Thank you.
Hey man,
sir. Next, I want to show another one that Jim gave me. It's one that I don't have. I do have the regular one, but anybody that knows anything about me and knows anything about Batman, this is the bomb. This is Batman bobblehead. You'll see there it says bobblehead. For anybody that doesn't know, I gather the lore behind this, if I'm not mistaken, is this came out well before Marvel and Disney. No, Marvel and Star Wars got the license.
Yep.
And everything was bobblehead back then, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And now the only ones that actually get bobblehead is Marvel and Star Wars, which is Disney, right? I'm surprised Disney pops on bobbleheads.
We'll give it time.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Anyway,
well,
amazing.
Star Wars, right? Disney owns Star Wars.
Yeah, and they own Marvel.
Oh.
There you go.
Give it time.
Disney. They own everything. Alright, next one I want to show you guys is 2 that I got from my buddy behind me to my right. These I love, and as soon as he posted them on the Funkoholics Worldwide group, I said that I wanted them right away, and sure enough, he came through in the clutch. This is Syndrome and Elastigirl. A couple of amazing pops. Absolutely wicked. How old are these? These have got to be old.
Those were Wave 2 Disney.
This is Wave 2 Disney.
And Wave 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. See the set there? Yeah. Really cool. So now I guess the only one left in this is Mr. Incredible, right?
And he's Wave 2.
And he's also like $100,000 to get,
That's right.
so that's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, I found those for cheap, so I mean, there's always hope.
There is always, you know what? That's the power of positivity. We're going to get into that in a minute too. Next, I want to show you one that Sean got. Actually, not for me. He got it for my son Kale. This is a signed Boba Fett in a amazing hard protector. It comes with a certificate of authenticity. You can see right there. This thing is so cool, and you can't even put a dollar value on it. Like, that's how amazing it is. I love it. He actually wrote Boba Fett on it. So cool, and I know that he's going to be over the moon for that. You're the man, buddy. Thank you.
No worries.
And then I got another personal, huge grail to match my Robin, Batman the Chase, from, yet again, the gift that keeps on giving, even though he's told to stop, Sean.
You can beg, you
I don't
can
think he
plead,
knows
it's
how to
never
stop.
stopping.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to stop,
No.
honestly. This is amazing. And he also sent me the large Batman, if you watch a couple videos back. He's also sent me the Robin Chase to match. And this is so amazing. He's metallic. It's everything that I dreamed that it would be in person. I want to take him out of the box and show you guys, but that would be blasphemy, so I will not do that.
If anyone's selling a Robin Chase, text me now.
Yeah, well. Okay, now the last ones that I want to talk about before our talk. These ones I picked up. I did a trade at EB Games. If anybody watched my videos, you guys know that if you go to EB Games or GameStop, you can trade in old video games. You can trade in systems. You can trade in phones. They basically take anything, and you can trade stuff in. And if you do, they usually give you a credit. You can then flip and use that credit towards pops. Especially if you're a pop collector for me, and money's not the easiest thing to come by, no matter how hard you work. Sometimes money's tight. It's a very good and efficient way to get pops, especially for games that you don't play or you don't use anymore. Definitely do that. It's a great strategy for you guys. I know EB may not have the selection of what you're looking for, but it's better to have credit on tap than not, right? So using the credit that I had, I was able to get these two pops. These are the Lion King. This is Rafiki with Simba, and there's also Simba with the flower ring, and I believe this is from when he said, "I can't wait to be king."
Yep.
That's from the song.
Yep.
And this is when he came up with the.
I like peanut butter jelly.
Yeah, they're amazing. This pop is especially spectacular. Greg even said he liked it, so that's saying something.
Greg doesn't like much.
Greg doesn't like. You don't like much, do you?
No, I don't.
No, you don't
I really
like much.
don't.
So these pops are so cool. If you guys get a chance
Very picky.
to pick these up, it's really awesome. In fact, I think I'm gonna pull this Rafiki out because he's probably one of my favorite pops that have came out this year. So I'm gonna show him to you whether you like it or not. It is just I think it's just the regular Rafiki pop from before. Sorry if it sounds like somebody's urinating in the background. They're not. So yeah, this is Rafiki holding Simba with a little. What did he put on his head? What is that, mango?
I believe so. It was either
The
mango or
Funko
papaya.
Kings all in one video.
Amazing. Here we go. So this pop's really cool. If you guys get a chance to pick this up, I would say buy it. Thumbs up, guys?
Oh,
Yeah.
Definitely thumbs up. Pick it up. It's really good. Jim is pissing in the back.
Sorry.
Oh, and Amy says she was pouring, not peeing. I believe she was pouring some wine.
Those adult diapers, hey.
Yeah. By the way, quick shout out to Milady, and I also want to again say happy birthday to Sean, who's here. But very happy birthday to Amy. She turns the ripe old age of 31 today. She's very young, agile, so anyway, okay, so it's actually really cool because when we got together originally, it was immediately like we had never, it's weird because it's the first time we all hung out, but at the same time, it felt like it was just very cohesive and very easy to talk to everybody, and we were outside talking a little bit, and the topic of Funko being oversaturated came up, and the bubble popping, and how it's getting a little bit too popular, and I think Greg, I think you were saying that the fun's kind of being taken out of Funko,
So to speak.
So to speak. right?
It's not that the fun's being taken out of it. It's the fact that they're flooding the market with so many.
Like the SDCC ones, for
Oh my
instance?
gosh.
Yeah.
Only 20 stores in all of Canada that were EB Games got restocked. And the store in this area was one of them. And they have literally everything. Everything you could possibly want SDCC that GameStop ever got, they have still in their store.
So like the Leias,
the Dwarf,
Tony Stark,
the Tony Stark,
all
the
those
Negatron,
yeah,
everything.
Absolutely, yeah. So those pops, I think, I don't know if the plan was to make it so there was only a few of them that were going to be rare, of the mass release. I know the other ones like that. What is it called now? Pop Shop or Pops? What is it? The pop-up shop?
Oh,
Funko Shop?
Pop-up shop, yeah.
Yeah, like those ones I knew, like we're never gonna see those. We all live in Canada. We're never getting those. There's absolutely 0 point to us even thinking about getting them. So it's just not gonna happen. But for the wide release ones, I think there's only gonna be a couple that are actually tough to get. And I'm talking about Target, GameStop, Walmart, Walgreens, Toys R Us. What is it, FYE? Do they have any exclusives?
Yep.
They're
gonna have a sweet Norman Bates one.
Well, I mean, even thinking about it, here in Canada, it's hard to get anything. Like, I live in Edmonton, and Edmonton's the capital of Alberta, and I still, like, the very first Walmart exclusive that I found was a Twilight Sparkle Chase, or not Chase, the Shiny Pony Pop, and those have been out for what? 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
I live in Leamington, the armpit of Essex County.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to Walmart and they're just getting Rogue One.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually I don't understand how Walmart or Toys R Us. I guess Toys R Us kind of makes sense based on what they are, but I don't know if it's just big in the States and not here. But if I go to a Toys R Us, like we'll never get that Sparkles, Tinkles.
I got it.
Tinkles.
You have it.
I have it.
Did you find it here?
I paid out the ass for that.
Yeah,
You got it.
$40, didn't they?
$45.
Because they consider it.
They considered it a 2-pack.
Yeah, but you get that
Oh,
from
the
Frozen
The little
that has
little,
the 3 little things in it.
Yeah.
That's not a 4-pack then.
It should be a 4-pack. Yeah, Funko's getting kind of crazy lately, and I think
that wasn't Funko. That was a Toys R Us thing.
Oh, so they took that on as the exclusive, knowing that they could double charge for it.
Ooh.
That was a Toys R Us thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Funko was actually
Someone's
charging.
gonna put a hit on Jeffrey now.
Yeah.
Not Target. Sorry, Funko put it on their site at $15.
And Pop in a Box also has it for $12.99 Canadian. Whether or not you can actually get it is another fucking story, right?
You know what I'm super excited for?
So that was a Toys R Us thing.
I'm super excited for anyone to try to get those Shining Twin Sisters Chase. That's
a Target thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's the bloody hole.
Well, it automatically, as soon as it goes out of stores, everybody's gonna think it's $80 a piece when it's
It's gonna be the Canadians.
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I mean, I don't want to harp on previous videos of mine or anybody else's, but a big thing with me is that living in Canada, it's very, very tough for us to be able to get some of these exclusives. And when we actually do get the exclusives, we normally have to pay somebody who's driven down there, who has has it shipped to us. And it's just tough, right? I mean, the States obviously, and because Funko is an American company, I understand, but to our conversation that we were talking about with the Funkos being oversaturated, I guess you could say, right? I think that Funko's doing it to themselves, and this is the thing that I think that a lot of people are like, well, you know, we all want to blame it on the other collectors, but I don't think that it's the collectors. I think that it's the others. I think that it's actually Funko themselves. For instance, there's a Star Wars Darth Vader TIE Fighter, right? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a wicked pop. Like I love it, and I'm not really a Star Wars fan. That's for my family, but now they're releasing a TIE Fighter
With a TIE fighter pilot.
with a TIE fighter pilot. So it's literally the exact same mold
You got it. You got it.
with just a different pop inside.
Paint's a little different.
That's right. It's just a different head, really. If you
Yep.
think about it,
Yep.
they just take Darth Vader's
It's a
head.
cheap way to make a lot of bucks.
But they do make a lot of bucks off of it, right?
Sure
And,
do.
and that's the thing about the oversaturation is because these guys they continuously are now putting out the exact same pop. Their chases are lazy, and I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks
they
this.
are.
No, they're getting lazy here.
Well, I mean, look at the Tommy chase. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it that
Red and the
Tommy.
blue shirt.
Well, the red shirt was the original pilot, right? When the show originally started, it was red shirt Tommy with the screwdriver.
That's right.
Afterwards, it became iconic for the blue shirt and the bottle. But you think that with all the episodes that went on, there'd be something special about it, like maybe him and his dad,
Yeah.
and make the dad just a chase figure that by itself, or
Put shit stains on his diaper.
Yeah,
They're so lazy. Yes, they are extremely lazy.
Or why not like, for instance, if it's the Lion King, right? If we do, like, if you know that you're gonna have Simba, Rafiki, Timon, and Pumbaa in the set, let's say that's the set. It's not, but let's just say, why not, instead of making a different Simba or a different Timon or a different Pumbaa or a different Rafiki,
make Nala.
why not make Nala, or why not make Scar,
hyenas.
or a hyena,
Yeah,
and make that the damn chase? It can still be a 1 in 6, but it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be the same character or that lazy. Like of all the chases that have came out this year, is there any since January 2017? Is there any that's memorable for you guys? Truthfully,
Yes.
top of your head,
No.
Terrence and Phillip.
because of the Canadian flag.
How poor of quality it is. All they did was give them something in their hand.
The Canadian flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they could have done so much more. They could have had them bent over doing the fart jokes, or they could have done a 2-pack, but no, instead they just put Canadian flags in their hands and say, yeah, okay, that's good enough.
I gotta be honest. The first day that you could pre-order those, I pre-ordered them.
Of course you did.
Well, of course I did, because they have the Canada flag, right? So for me, for me it's sentimental based on the country, but I know exactly what you mean. But are there any? Okay, so are there any chases that are memorable for you guys in a good way this year? Think all the way back since January 1.
You know what? I would say Joker with kisses.
That was last year, though,
What was it last year?
wasn't it?
I don't know, man.
It had to be last year.
Joker with kisses would have been... No,
Yeah.
not last year. It would have been like 3 or 4 months ago.
No,
No, it's more
longer
than
than that.
You think so?
I
was
think
last
it was
year.
maybe it was December, January.
Anybody watching the video? Anybody watching the video know when they were dropped? The Lexa Chase was the worse than the Common.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it
actually.
was. The Common was much better. No, I think for me, I think the Punisher Chase, I remember. But then, now that they've released Tony Stark with
It's the same thing.
holding the helmet, and there's also a Gears of War pop that I didn't know that came out like a year ago or something, and that's holding a alligator's head or something.
Oh, that's Marcus, right?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the game.
He was a con exclusive.
He was a con exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay, but my point is like they're holding the damn helmet.
Yeah.
But that one was memorable in a way. The Finn Balor WWE one I really liked. I liked he had this like dragon type of face.
But I mean, that's...
But the FYE one came out,
Yeah,
and
the
that was even better than the chase. So it's like there really isn't a chase that I think stands out. I think there's pops that stand out this year.
But look at these Pennywise that are coming out.
Oh my
They're
god.
coming out with 4.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I bet you the Hot Topic one is better than the Chase.
Really? You think
Where he's
the Hot
holding the
Topic-
red balloon. Damn right, man.
Oh, right. Which one's the one with the hair blowing
That's
siren?
the
That's
Walmart.
the Walmart.
That's
That-
the Walmart.
Why? Like,
Because
what's the point of
In
that?
the- in the,
That's
uh,
because that's all
trailer.
in from Walmart's bullshit.
I'm just gonna flip this
Yeah.
around and plug it in, and we're dying.
Sorry, guys. Just one moment. Technical difficulties on Terry's end.
Yes, it
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Bear with us as we take
No,
care
no,
of
you guys
this.
keep talking.
The Riddler, yes, I will agree with
Yeah.
you.
The Riddler chase was
Yeah.
definitely...
I will 100% agree
Yeah.
with that.
Well,
Having him in the suit was the best idea they could have done, because at least they changed the mold.
I just want to talk about like how they over idolize chases now. Like chases used to be 1 in 36. Like
That's when chases.
I mean,
Were
yes.
chases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they were fun. Like, yeah, I mean, it's harder to find them, and yeah, it's a little more difficult.
Mr. Meeseeks.
Yeah.
Mr. Meeseeks with gun? I don't know, because they made so many copies of Mr. Meeseeks, because they had the box, and then they had
See,
with
but the
gun.
box was really hard to get though if you were up here.
Yeah, but I mean, you talk to anyone, if you find somebody in the Funko group with the American address, then it's easy to get one. I mean, shout out to Joseph for getting me one.
Yeah. A lot of guys in the group.
Yeah. I mean, if you talk to the right people, and if people have the same mindset, if we kept everything as a collector, or a collective, sorry, and not just one eats all, then we'd all be set off a lot better.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I've seen so many good people who have been, like, die-hard Funko fans go from, oh, I want to have this set, to, you know what, the game's just monopolized too much, and now I don't want to be in the game anymore.
Well, I think this year the standard pops that have come out, I can name 5 off the top of my head that I think are better than any chase. For me, that Balrog from Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Dude, yeah.
That's what, and
I
I've
was-
never even seen Lord of the Rings.
It's so funny because I was about to name that one too.
That's one of the best pops that have came out maybe ever.
Yeah.
Devil Jin from
Dude, quit doing this.
I
I think honestly, like I'm like right there with you.
I think the Dwarven Centurion was another one.
Yep.
From the con release. I mean, that was a good pop, but nobody's ever talking about him.
Yeah, it'll end up being worth a fortune though. What was another one? Oh, Xenomorph, the bloody one though from the GameStop one.
I like the one with the toddler.
The
Oh,
Neomorph.
the
Neomorph.
Neomorph.
Yeah.
I was
That
gonna
was
say
actually
That's
more
sick.
iconic because it actually
The
came with the
teeth on
mini,
that thing,
and
the mouth on that thing
Right?
is amazing.
Yeah,
well,
it really is.
If you look at the mini, it's like, yeah, it's the same mold, but you know they've also changed the features on it.
Yeah.
They've made both of them look
Look,
different.
wait a minute. Did they sell that as a 2-pack? Oh no, they didn't. That's just Toys R Us.
Yeah. At Toys R Us, it's
Yeah,
$44.99. Another one. Actually, the whole set. I mean, if I'm that's a tough one. Like, do you guys have a favorite set so far that have come out?
The Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah,
Recently.
Five Nights at Freddy's. This new one that just came.
That's like the whole set has been a hassle to collect. Like, I finally got Wave 1 done, and once Wave 1 was officially done, and that means the Target exclusive, the FYE exclusives, the maybe BAM did one. I don't quite remember. But after all that was said and done, they released Wave 2, and now there's a Nightmare Cupcake that's Target exclusive, when they released a regular and a chase.
Yes.
And then afterwards they've got Jump Scare Foxy, which is just Funtime Foxy, and Jump Scare Baby, which is another Comic-Con release. And then there's all of a sudden there's Ballora and Funtime Freddy, and both of those are coming out with chases, which
So
are
there's a
just jump
shitload
scares.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just getting to that point where it's
But-
like, I love the set, but it's hard to collect anymore.
Wow. Try Batman.
Try Star Wars.
Hey,
Try Star
I'm
Wars.
helping you with this.
Oh, hey, you don't have to tell me. I think set wise this year, for me, the best set that I've seen is the probably the classic Batman. Well, I mean, again, I know I'm gonna sound biased, but the classic Batman with the Mr. Freeze, the Penguin.
See, why am I even here?
Why are you saying
Yeah,
the same thing?
like-
Yeah, that would be the best set of the year, I
I
think.
agree.
Dude,
in
amazing.
terms of detail, weight, the way they look, the boxing, I don't think there's even a close. Well, there's definitely a close
Well,
second.
I
but
thought, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I thought the Mr. Freeze that
Mark,
was.
I'm waking up their asses tomorrow morning.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So
I,
what?
I thought the Mr. Freeze that came in the Collector's Corpse box was better than the.
Better than the
Yeah.
classic?
I thought it was.
No way. No, man.
What, the one that came in the
it's a nice
box?
pop.
It's a
I
great
like it.
pop. No,
But
don't get me wrong. It's a great
For like
My
nostalgia,
I just want
that is like
That's
the
Mr.
original.
Freeze.
that
man.
is the
My biggest thing though is when, as I was growing up, it was the Arnold Mr. Freeze that was my
Yeah.
iconic
Oh,
Mr. Freeze.
yeah.
What
You,
the cream
I would love
Come
them
to
to
me
make
now,
actually.
Laura.
Nice
What was
to
that?
meet
What was
you.
that? Was that Batman and Robin?
That was
Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
That had Uma
Poison
Thurman
Ivy
and Bane
and Bane and Mr. Freeze.
I would love them to make a wave of that, and like I think actually it's funny because Jay always said this too, and I agree with him. If they made a Jack Nicholson Joker,
Yeah.
I think I might be done. Like I
They did.
no, they didn't. They've never made a Jack
Never
Nicholson.
made.
You gonna look at the Jokers?
No, I'm telling you. Fucking
No. Trust
What's
me.
the
If
fucking purple one?
no, are you thinking of the Killing Joke Joker?
No.
Oh, which
Killing
purple?
Joke is
They
close
don't make
enough,
that
though.
The
one.
very first one with the wavy eyes?
Oh no, never mind.
No, that's
from TV
66.
show, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah, if they made
Cesar
it, yeah.
Romero.
I don't think they could make a Jack Nicholson one.
Oh my goodness, I wish they would. But so that's the best. Do you guys have like the worst? Like, what is your worst, least favorite pop that you've seen in the last little while?
That dog is dung heap.
Dog.
Yeah.
Oh, Dog is Dugan. That debacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that looking weird thing over there?
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
What is it? That's
Valorian or whatever?
Valerian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the chase that isn't a chase.
Yeah, you know what? That thing
Honestly,
just
that
looks
set is just
messed up, man.
Now, have you seen the
Terrible.
preview for this?
no.
See that thing?
They actually on their nose or the snout or what is that? His mouth.
Yeah.
It actually has hair all over it. So
Yeah, because to me it looks like a somebody plucked Daffy Duck.
really,
It does.
well, yeah, like a skinned Daffy Duck. Too. I was gonna say it looked like
Thanksgiving dinner duck.
it looked like a long-nosed ET to me.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But yeah, there's 3 different variants of this, and Funko completely dropped the ball
No,
again.
there's 4 variants because there's the regular and then the 3 supposed chases.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
What? 3 chases for one figure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. There's a black
Really?
bag, a brown bag, a green bag,
And then a blue bag.
and a
what,
blue bag.
a Walmart bag?
Yeah.
A
Might as
Walmart
well.
exclusive.
Yeah.
That's right. So
$4.95, $49.95.
So yeah, this is just another example of what I was trying to talk about earlier, was that Funko is doing it to themselves, and how they're doing it to themselves, it to me is by oversaturating their own product, by oversimplifying everything, and just mass producing shit.
Yep.
They're taking like that, and we had a conversation about this earlier tonight. That Joker Harley Quinn 2-pack from Hot Topic. We had talked about this. I needed it because of the damn Joker, right?
Yeah.
But
Harley is so far
but
off.
Harley's so far off from the actual comic. Like in the comic, she has white skin, orange, black hair, black lipstick, black eye makeup, and on the pop, it's just the damn Harley head from Suicide Squad. Like they're literally taking spare parts from dolls and just popping them on different things
If they
now.
want to do that, just send me your spare parts and I'll make better shit.
Yeah, you make customs out of them. Yeah, like K's Custom. That's K's Custom. You can check him out on Facebook. He has a page. All you have to do is log in, hit like on that page, and I promise you won't be disappointed. He'll make your pop dreams come true. So
Tearing this head cell.
This advertisement paid by Keys.
but what about why do you think Funko's doing this? Is it a money thing? Like literally like
It's a quick cash grab. At this point.
I've thought since the beginning, since I started collecting, that Funko didn't give a shit about its customers. And the reason why I think that is because unless you're American. I think if you're American and you live in California or you live in New York or you live in Boston or somewhere like this, then you're pretty well taken care of for pops. But anywhere else in the world, I think I got him.
No, it's fine. Right?
Okay, good. There's a bug here. And anywhere else in the world that but like Canada, for instance, we never ever will have access to this stuff, and like their boxes. We can order their mystery, like we can order the Superman box, we can order the Star Wars box, Disney.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
We can get all those, but we can't log on, and we can't physically buy a pop from the Funko store.
For example,
Regardless of if we want to pay
You know, it's a matter
exchange
of,
and shipping. Shouldn't matter.
we'll take your money if you're gonna let us give you something that you have no say in what you get.
That's right.
But no, you can't place an order if you want something special from us.
Like Bam Bam and Pebbles, the Dino-mobile, or even a Freddy figure. I still don't own a single Freddy figure. I really don't.
Well, I mean, even right now, I've had to get a friend, Gerard King, Eat Sleep Poppin'. If you guys check him out
One
on
of the
Facebook.
greatest guys ever.
Yeah,
He is an awesome dude.
He's
Watch his YouTube videos, Eat Sleep and Poppin'. He's really good.
he's been receiving boxes that I have purchased, and then we've been doing trades at one time, but I mean, at the same time, it's the shipping cost and the packaging fees, and then not only that, but once it crosses the border, sometimes there's the the crossover fees, and then it racks up. And when Funko sells something, it shouldn't just be, focused to one area. I mean, Blizzard gets exclusives, but they ship worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I got Mecha Diva.
Did you?
I ordered her.
Pop Culture ships worldwide too, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pop in a Box now has an American, UK, Canadian, separate sites altogether. Like, it's not even the same thing anymore. It's all different, but it's the same pops, which is good because now we don't have to wait for shipping from the UK, right? It usually comes from Illinois now, I think.
But the biggest problem is, why should we have to search for an ulterior outlet when somebody who's trying to make a name for themselves should be selling worldwide? Otherwise, you're just looking for bad business.
Yeah, and that's another thing in terms of Funko on a whole. I mean, I don't want to sit here and slag Funko because obviously Funko is what brought us all to this room,
exactly.
right? Like, obviously we love the figures, and I don't want to go on this tangent where I think that Funko is dying, or it's going to be dead, or whatever the case is. But I know you were mentioning earlier, Greg, that it's lost its luster for you because you liked it personally when it was a smaller thing. It wasn't like everybody, their uncles, their cousins, their sisters, and their brothers were trying to get pops. You were out, you were searching for your own thing. You could go to a flea market and know that they'd have some stuff. You can go to these stores where you find, but now it's like everybody knows where these stores are, and now you're competing. And I think, Jim, you said after that it was like a game, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Basically a game.
It's a huge game now.
They try and advertise and push a certain pop, and everybody thinks, oh, that's going to be worth, for the value collectors. That's the money. That's the money. But you know what? It's not always the case.
No.
It's could be the one in the background. That's the money.
How do you? What's your take on value collectors?
You know what?
Are you a value collector?
Am I a value collector? You know what? I'm not. If I have one that I like and it's valuable, that's a double plus. But that's why I don't really give a shit about, oh, there's a crease in the box or there's a mark on the top of the box. You know what? As long as the thing's got an insert, a window, and 6 sides, I'm good with that.
You're good to go. What about you? Are you more of a value guy?
But I'm not. See, when I got into this, I was looking more so for, like, a collectible. Something I could collect, and if it got value one day, it got value one day. If it didn't get value one day, it didn't get value one day because I still had something at the end of the day that I liked.
Sure. Yeah, that makes total sense.
But there's been, in this oversaturation, too many people who are looking for that quick value.
Now. Absolutely.
But it wasn't like that when I first started in this. It was everybody was just collecting, and then, all of a sudden someone was like, oh, fuck, I got this really rare one. And they were like, oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a while. How much you want for it? Whatever, do you have anything that's like... It was different.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it is now.
Now it's all pop price guide.
Yeah.
It's all, well, PPG says this, or you look in the Facebook groups, or in Twitter, or eBay, or whatever. People are, like, these prices are derived based on, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're derived from rarity, they're derived from exclusiveness, and they're also derived from age, right? But, what do we got? Supernatural
yeah,
pops.
supernatural
Most of them
pops.
don't have any
A
value.
lot of them don't have value. That's true. But that's because there's nobody really out there who's like hardcore into supernatural and hardcore into pops.
Yeah.
Those two worlds just don't really mesh unless you're that individual who's like super into collecting everything that you're all into, right? But there's a very small percentage of people like that.
Like, I mean, nobody appreciates it more than me. And when Sean told me tonight,
Exactly, collect what you love.
That's
I'm
right.
so down with that.
when Sean told me tonight that he went and he got me the Syndrome and the Elastigirl, which I love, love. But he told me that this is like $140, or like 109 or something US dollars. What in God's name? Who decided that price?
That's what I would love to know.
Honestly, who was just like, you know what? He's this old. He's from Disney. He's from a movie. We're going to
eBay.
eBay.
So
But eBay's made up prices too.
Yeah.
So how the hell does somebody land on $140? Or Darth Maul, like I talked about earlier. How does somebody just be like, this one now is worth $1,900?
Well, see, it's not just the bidders; it's the people who place, like, who want it. Like, it's the people who sell it as well. Like,
It's worth what you're willing to pay, is what you mean?
Yeah.
well, Callie Pops said the bidders, but like at the same time, it's not just the bidders; it's the sellers as well. The sellers sometimes, like for example, I've seen a Chase Robin, right? A Chase Robin, Chase Joker, and a Chase Batman, all on eBay. But because one guy sold one for $150 2 weeks ago, everybody thinks, oh, that's my price now.
$150.
Well,
Yeah.
let's look at the Mr. Meeseeks with Dong. The accidental mistake. The bids went up to 160,000 Canadian.
Did somebody actually pay that?
No,
Oh,
but still, it
It
just
was fake bids, but still.
okay. I was gonna say. Yeah, it's really strange that, you know, Funko itself, and you know, I understand your frustration because even for me, who I don't think I've been collecting as long as you. I don't. I started very slowly when I started collecting. I maybe bought the odd piece here and there. It was mostly horror and Batman. And then it just exploded for me as soon as I couldn't get a couple of pops that I really wanted, and I got screwed out of them. And then I was like, you know what? I'm never missing another pop again. But then I started feeding into what we all hate. I started feeding into that. Well, now I'm gonna make sure I get every pop. If I see 3 chases in the store, I'm buying all 3 of them. I only need 1, right? And I felt myself getting into this spiral, which not only cost me, like you guys know, like the amount of money that this thing you can spend.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
Like I was like, you know what? This is a very affordable hobby. This is the most unaffordable hobby in the world. I mean, if
Once
you
you
collect
really get into
Funko
it.
Pops, this is very, very expensive.
So Zach Dilly actually said what I think is people wanting stuff ASAP and they're willing to pay the price whatever they have instead of waiting, which is true.
Well, it is, but only to a certain point. Like, I mean, Zach, for instance, if you know that this piece here is limited to 3,000 because Funko decides that they only want to make 3,000 of this, even they know that 40,000 people would want it and they'd be able to make more money, they'll still only make 3,000 just to really mess with everybody. You can't wait on that, right? So it's either you have to chase it like a crackhead, or you have to buy it from somebody that wants to spend a lot of money.
You gotta buy it from a crackhead.
That's right, basically, and that's what I'm getting into. What I was going to get into next, and I don't know. I know I'm very vocal about this, and you guys know I am. It's actually the premise for what really started Funkoholics Worldwide, is the flipping.
Huh.
So, I think between Funko taking themselves and being lazy with pops, I think them saying that something's an exclusive, but it's not really an exclusive. Like they're saying, well, Hot Topic will only have Ring Wraith, and then a week later
Like
they
on
all show up at
EB
EB Games, right? Or like they'll be like, well, this pop Pennywise, we're gonna put a balloon with Hot Topic, and then we're gonna put a floating boat with Walmart, and then we're gonna put some hair, you know, with Target or whatever. I'm you know what I mean? But they're just making the exact same damn pop with a different thing.
Yeah.
So when
I mean, I'll give them this. I mean, they went from a balloon to a boat, okay, but it's the same pop.
it's identical.
But if you look at the other one with the hair blowing,
Yeah,
it's different.
it is different. You're right.
And you know what? Kudos to them. It's Walmart's got the better pop.
Yeah, they do. But the
Right.
thing is that we don't get Walmart here,
I know.
right? That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is that Walmart exclusives, and I'm sure it's like this everywhere where there's a Walmart, because I've heard nothing but horror stories
Well,
about
you
Walmart
look
all
at some
around.
of the other videos you see of people going on hunts, and they go to Walmart and half the shelves are bare.
Completely empty. Actually, we watched a couple tonight.
Yeah.
Completely empty. So it's
On that note, Walmart.ca is getting better with the selection
That's
of
the only
But
way
I
to get
found that I can't get pop shipped to me on Walmart.ca.
do you guys shop online for pops?
as often as I can for certain things that I'm looking for. Yeah,
Like, I mean, through stores, not on eBay.
yeah.
Okay. Do you?
I don't. You know what? I usually have people in the group to help me out that way.
Yeah. What about you, Sean?
Yeah, I've spent lots of money on eBay and on, you know, individual sellers on like buy, sell, and trade groups, or,
Sure.
you know, even buying from our group alone. I've spent thousands of dollars on pops, and it only gets worse from there because my biggest thing is that I want the entire line of the Myths and Legendary Creatures set, and there's one chase, and it's a Fudo Mio, which they made 4 variants of. The chase alone cost me $215. Now there's another one that they made 6 of, and that's the Tosakan Pop. Now the Tosakan Pop comes in red, black, yellow, so on and so forth. $150 each on PPG.
That's some expensive toast.
Yeah, I'd say. Wow. So is Funko dying?
Nope.
I don't think they
They
are.
won't.
I think they should just kind of.
They're catering to
I think
everybody.
they should just step it up just
It's-
a bit if they're
it's-
going to get a big, you know, such a big crowd of people collecting their shit. Come on, we're getting
Yeah.
lazy. And
At
So
what
far-
at
Yeah,
what
but,
point?
Yeah, but they're proving it though, that no matter what they put out, someone's going to buy
I
it.
know, but that's not always the best thing you want to prove for your company.
No,
If you're trying to sell your product.
At what point does it become too much?
Yeah, good question.
David Garza, I completely agree. I do agree that Funko is growing at an alarming rate, and I think that's the problem, is that they're trying to build molds for everything, and in that process of building molds for everything, the quality has gone down, and when you have to build a new mold, you just reuse an old mold.
I mean, if
and-
that means you can't release that pop for an extra month,
So
gives
be
a
it.
shit.
Yeah, so
you know
be
what?
it.
It's only going to raise more hype.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's only a good thing, right?
What's responsible for flippers in pop
it's,
hunting?
it's not just pop hunting, it's everything.
Totally. But why? But why? Okay, I collect shoes. There's flippers and shoes, but it's not to the extreme that is with Funkos.
I don't know if you go back to the
Sports jerseys, everything. You can think of any business other than houses.
Jordan Airs that only released 375.
Well, obviously.
Eminem's family got 10, and once Eminem's family had those 10, the price went up even further.
Correct.
So they turned from like $300 shoes into
No,
$1,200.
I get that, but why? What do you think turned people on to Funkos to make profit as opposed to love what they're doing?
Because people want the product. That's the problem.
I think it's all the copyrights that they're getting. They're covering all their grounds.
Yeah.
They're covering music. They're covering comics. They're covering movies. They're covering everything.
So you think a flipper just latches onto that? And
I
then,
think they just go
Minimal,
with
minimal
where the.
input, maximum gain.
Okay, fair enough. But I mean, do you find the gain worth the like?
Yeah, but if you look at the percentages, man,
I could never in my life
Look at the
sell this for
percentage.
$140 to anybody,
Look at
even though that's what it's worth. I'm not saying that it's not.
I didn't even buy it for 140.
I know you didn't. But what I'm saying is that based on its value, if I was one of those guys, and then you add the flipper tax, which is an additional 15 to 20%, because you know they have to pay for gas to get to the store that's around the corner, and they have to do all that stuff. You think, well, at least 190. I could never do that ever in a billion years. I could not sell that for that much money. And like that's the thing that I don't understand, is that a lot of these guys now are going and they're buying the pops literally to sell them. Like they have no interest in the pops, none.
No, and that's the mentality, is that they would look at you and be like, I don't understand why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Half of them probably don't even know who the damn character is.
No.
Or where it's from.
No, don't care. They just
they don't.
They're just looking at the dollar value.
Okay. Now, how do we stop flippers? Because I have my own opinion on
You're
this.
never gonna stop.
You're never going to.
Never. There's no way to stop them. No way to stop them.
I don't think so. They'll always find a way.
Oh yeah, buddy.
If it's not going to be on one thing, it's going to be on another thing. And the flippers, unfortunately, they just they don't stop.
Capitalism, right? I get it.
Yeah, and you never stop the free trade market.
It's just, I think it's the biggest point of somebody trying to make a quick buck.
You know what? I think the closest thing to get to stop flippers is groups like ours.
Yeah.
Stick to groups like ours.
On Facebook.
That's right.
So social media is a good way.
You know what? That's the only way you're gonna avoid flippers.
It is literally in an atmosphere where it's not allowed.
Exactly.
Like it literally is policed to the point to where if somebody does that, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Callie actually brought up a situation where she apparently went to the Funko pop-up shop and there were 3 kids behind her where they were just buying to flip. And Zach also says that he had a guy buy out Hot Topics Luna Lovegood, the SDCC exclusive, from the shelf. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I believe that if you're buying pops, you should only be limited to 1 or 2 of that kind. I know it sucks, but at this point when everybody is buying 10 or 20 or 30 and they're putting it into their basket and walking out, it's
But here's my thing on that. I think that should be allowed. And the reason why I think it should be allowed is because if somebody goes and they buy 20 of the same pop and they go on social media or they go on to or they go on to Kijiji or Craigslist or whatever your local buy and sell is wherever you're at, if they go on there and they buy the 10 pops and then they try to sell this $12 pop for $40, if everybody
60
or 60
or
am I right, Mark?
Or how about those Tiggers for
What was it?
85?
I you know what, I would pay a US rate for that plus the shipping plus everything else, and I'd trade them a pop. I just want the damn pop, but I don't want to pay $85 for a pop in good conscience. And this is what I'm getting at, is that if somebody goes in there and they're allowed to buy 10, which I wish that they would, my hope is that they get stuck with every single one of them. Because I know stores now aren't taking returns on those type of things. Like I know Hot Topic has stopped altogether with returns. If it has a chase variant or it's an exclusive, you cannot return it.
Well, EB Games had the huge situation where people were going in, pre-ordering 6 and then just taking the chase.
Here.
No, it's stopped now though.
If you pre-order, you now have to purchase them.
Not that.
People returning big bulks of chase pops. Yeah, I've been into that before too. I mean, I went in for a Taz chase for my buddy Ian, one of the admins in Funkoholics Worldwide, and I remember getting I got mine, and I think they only got 3 Tazes in total in the store. One of them was a chase, and I pre-ordered it, so I got mine. And then I remember 2 days later, somebody came in and they returned 6 to the same store. So it's like...
Then went to the store over here and
That's
returned
right.
another 6. Then went to the store over here and returned another 6.
That's right.
Went over there and returned maybe 2 or 3.
And that's the thing. And now, what a lot of people don't realize is that EB Games will never ever get a restock until they sell through on all those 6 plus the 2 more that were there after the... Oh, 1 more because I took a regular and a chase.
Yeah.
So I think the only way to stop flipping is to ignore them. And by ignore them, I mean like literally everybody has to, as a community of collectors, because as much as we like to think it's this massive community, it's really not. Everybody kind of knows everybody. And I mean, it's kind of like, oh, I've heard about this guy, I've heard about this guy, oh, that Terry guy. You know what I mean? Like, people have heard about everybody. So it's like, you know about the dealings, you know about their trading, you know about what they're selling, you know whether or not they're good people. And I think that if everybody just really got together and they decided, you know what, like, we're going to stop this. So let that guy buy 10. And if he buys his 10 and he doesn't sell one of them and he can't return them, how much money is he out? Those STCCs, they were priced at what?
Make some customs with them.
Well, that's K's Customs, folks. He has a page on Facebook. Hit like on that like button. Big thumbs up to Jim. He will make all your pop dreams come true. Check him out.
Remember, Mark, $60 a pop, no less.
That's right. So, so we've talked about flippers. I really did want to get into whether or not you guys were thinking that Funko was dying down, and my point to that and how I wanted to circle back on that is that, in a way, I kind of hope that it does die down, and in a way, I hope that it does.
I hope it dies down to a point that it's just nice and steady,
as opposed to
this skyrocketing.
A balloon.
Yeah.
Just getting too big and it's gonna pop, and it's just gonna.
It's gonna be Beanie Baby itself. Is that what you guys think?
That's what I think.
No.
I think it'll get so big that it's just gonna get out of control, and people are just gonna lose interest.
Well, they're at Dollarama, so I think that we're at that point now where it's like these things are basically now akin to almost garbage. I mean, any toy that's sitting on a Dollarama shelf, that's like you know, Shady Clothing or G-Unit Clothing ending up at Winners or Affliction. You know what I mean? Like, once you hit the Winners racks, you're kind of like, you maybe blew up and then died down a little bit, and now you've done your circle of life, right?
All right,
so,
guys. Well, I'd hate to be a loser and all that, but we've been chatting for half an hour, and it's getting late, and we should probably shut it down.
We should?
Probably.
Oh.
And then we'll do more chat tomorrow.
Okay, well, I was kind of enjoying this. But,
I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't want to be a loser, but you haven't even opened your last part, and...
Oh, yeah. I got another thing to open. I got one that I didn't even know. We were dead in the middle of a conversation, Sean.
I'm sorry.
That was cool, man.
Sorry.
I guess it's bedtime. Old Fun Police there to my right.
I flew in, okay? I'm jet lagged.
Old Fun Police needs to go to sleep, so we will convene.
Way to go, Sean.
David Garza, you're the man. And no way to go, Sean. Don't encourage him.
Hey, Mitch, I'm the one who's been replying to you. Shh.
So
Mark will snuggle tomorrow.
I'm hoping that we can do another video tomorrow if Jim can stick around long enough. We'll see. We will record another one, and we'll go from there. And this is one of my last things that Sean got me, and I love it. This is the only at GameStop exclusive Harley Quinn. So this is the gold and platinum. This is the die cast. Are you guys into these at all?
No.
No? Okay. I love them. They're very nice for me. I've got the Spider-Mans and the Venoms and stuff. So really, really cool. I really love it. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it.
But you don't appreciate me shutting down the stream. I see how it is.
No,
Night! I love you!
I don't appreciate you shutting down the stream. Everybody that watched the video, in case I can never get these three guys and myself in the room again,
Tomorrow.
I want to thank you all. On behalf of myself, Terry Wellbanks, Sean Mason, and Jim Kay, and Greg Manson from Funkoholics Worldwide on Facebook. Please check us out. If you guys have any questions, get them in the comments before tomorrow, and we'll try to answer everything. We're going to have to go live because that's just the way that it is. But if we can do a video for you guys tomorrow, I promise you we will. And we may even have another special visitor come in. I think that there's somebody else that might want to come down and partake in this. So we'll try to make it happen. And I think this was a lot of fun. I love doing this. I could talk about this stuff for hours and hours and hours. So, right, yeah, right, Sean?
Come on, Sean, get with it.
You guys are so mean!
All right. All right. On that note,
feelings.
he's obviously very tired. Much love, everybody. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe. If you guys want to comment below, please do. Please check out my other videos. Check out Case Customs. I am dead serious about that. He's one of the best custom pop designers ever. He's given me a couple of my personal grails and things that I love. And for a very, very affordable price, you tell him what you want, he'll make it happen. That's what he does. And he's right there to my left, one of my best friends. All these guys are really, really close to me. They're all like family. So really, really appreciate it. Appreciate you taking time to watch, and I'm sorry for the lengthy video, and I'm sorry for old Fun Police back there. We will be back tomorrow to do another video. Love you, Sean. All right, guys. Much love. Take care. Bye. Oh, my God.